What's going on YouTube? I'm going to be showing you how to set up XSplit and OBS for your streams on Twitch or Hitbox or whatever streaming service you want to use. Xbox One is not HTTP protected, so to enable or to disable this so that you can stream from your own program on your computer from your cap card to Twitch, you're gonna have to go into system on the PS4 and you're gonna have to make sure that this box over there is disabled, it's not checked. And PS3 and Elgato comes with its own little adapter that you can use to record HD gameplay, but it goes through the AV cable plug-in on the back of the PS3. Alright, so that's one minor detail that you have to do on the system. So now we're gonna switch to the desktop. The first thing you're gonna want to do is to add your video capture. You're gonna go to webcam, capture card, and video devices. Your capture card should be there at the top. Mine is an Elgato Game Capture HD, so mine's already there. If you wanted to change like the output that is showing on your thing, you would right click your Elgato or your webcam and you would go to video input and it would pop up this little thing that says, you know, so that you can make it so it's HD or 720. I'm using 1080p because that's what it's coming through on my monitor as, or my TV. Right, so you just want to keep most of this the same. This is the audio for the game. You can turn it up or down, it doesn't matter, it's your preference on how loud you want the game to be. So that's how you do the setup for the Elgato if you're not satisfied with just the picture that just randomly pops up. For your webcam, it may be a little different because I do have a Logitech, so it's going to be video output is what you're gonna use. And this is going to change the resolution of the webcam. The video input pops up with whatever your webcam program is, and you can change if it's far away or close up or... Let's say you wanted to add a overlay. Media, image, video, HTML, and so I'm going to use one that I created, and let's see, Destiny. Right, and then you would just, you know, bring it to whatever size you want. Make sure your webcam is up top if you're using a webcam. And you could put your webcam wherever you want it to be. It doesn't really matter. Just try to like keep it balanced, I guess. If you want to put it at the bottom, you can put it at the bottom. And basically what you're gonna do is you're going to want to grab your Elgato and you're going to pull that up for a second above everything else, and you're just gonna resize it to fit in your overlay if you want an overlay. Like I said, you don't have to. And it will move it up or down for you, and left and right, so that you get the perfect layout. Okay. If you want to use it without the overlay, all you have to do is just make your screen the same size as your XSplit screen, which isn't really hard. So the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to hit add channel, but since I'm recording with the XSplit software, I cannot hit add channel. It's kind of... And you would just put all your information, put all your information, your password and all that in there, and then you would hit OK, and it would choose the best server for you to stream off of. This is how, if you're using a program like Twitch Alerts or something, and you want, like, you know, your donations to pop up here, but you don't want to change it but manually, you can have it change automatically by using this. You would use custom script and you would edit the script. Okay, and you would go to load from local file. This is how you browse, but if you don't know, if you know exactly what one you want, you don't have to go through all that. Hit browse. Once again, you go to documents, Twitch Alerts, and then you would just double click which one you want. So let's say I want most recent follower. Then you would press update text when you're done. And that would come up with whoever followed you last. So I think we're going to move on to OBS and how to update things there. Now, I don't know if it's going to let me do this because it is, in fact, you know, using the Elgato that I'm using over here. So to add your stream or your Elgato to OBS, you would go to add, and it's going to be video capture device. So you're going to hit video capture device and you're going to name it Elgato or CapCard. Okay, and it pops up this little window, and you would just select which one you want. You can do, your webcam will also show up here. So you're going to do Elgato, which is my capture card, properties, and configure, and it would pop up the same thing that you saw in XSplit. And you would pick your input device, you would pick your what you want it to be, HDM or HD 1080 or 720. So you want to add like a webcam, so you would name it Facecam. And you would select your webcam that's plugged into your computer. Now the cool thing about OBS is you do not have to buy the program in order to stream at 60 frames per second. So I'm going to show you how to do that. And you would make sure that you're going to encoding. Make sure that your maximum KB, kilobytes per second, is not above 2500. And you would want to do, I would say, about half or a quarter of what your upload speed is. My upload speed is 11 megabytes per second, so I would do, you know, 5,000 if I could, but it won't let me on Twitch. But you always want to make sure that enable CBR padding is checked and use CBR is checked. You do not want to play with this. You want this to be X264, and this is not going to be checked, and that is not going to be checked either. That's not even going to pop up as an option usually. For the broadcast settings, I'm not going to show you my stream key, but if you need this and you don't know how to get it, you're going to go on Twitch, dashboard, stream key. So basically you want to keep all this the same. File path, you're going to do whatever you want the file to go to if you're going to record and stream at the same time. The video, you're going to want to do 720p. Unless you have a really beast computer, you're probably not going to be able to stream at 1080p. I do 720p because that's really all you need. The aspect ratio is going to be 16:9, and you can do a resolution downscale if you want from like 1080p and do it as like 720. But so the frames per second, like I said, you can change from 30 to 60 if you want. 60 frames per second at 720p is a perfect stream. It is perfect. Your video adapter is always gonna show up as your graphics card. Audio, you're going to want to choose your default or whatever microphone you want to use. You don't have to force microphone auxiliary to mono. If you do, I think it cuts down a lot of the background noise, but if you have a Blue Snowball or a Blue Yeti or something, you have a switch on there anyways that turns into mono instead of stereo. Alright, so hotkeys you can basically just set up so that it, like, you know, switches from scenes with the push of a button, and it stops recording the stream and it stops streaming and whatnot. Basically what you're going to want to do is you're just going to want to keep all this the same, unless you're getting error messages from OBS saying high encoding or something like that. You're always going to want to use CFR, and you're also going to just keep all of this the same, and your keyframe interval must be 2 seconds for Twitch. So it's not really hard to set up your games with OBS, and it's not hard to set up the streaming service that you use. Yeah, CLR host plugin. It does cause a lot of frame drop lag if you're using a computer game to stream. Your plugin, you're gonna go to nightdev.com. Nightdev.com is where you will get this. You will choose follower alert, and the first thing that pops up is install. That's how you install the CLR browser plugin. It's pretty cool because you have all your things in one place. So to set this up with the CLR browser plugin, you would go to alerts, and then you would just copy this little link that it has right there. So you would control copy. We're gonna do this. We're gonna go to add. We're gonna go to CLR browser, and this one's gonna be follower alerts. Okay, and then you would just take this URL and you would just paste it right there. It's as simple as that. Now you would want to preview your stream, and this is pretty cool because when you test the follower alert, it's gonna pop up there. You can also set up a donation goal from Twitch alerts, which is pretty cool. So you basically go here and you would choose, you know, how the bar looks. Mine currently looks like that. You know, you would copy this link and then you would put it in here. Add CLR browser donations. Okay. You can also like move it. So in order to move things, you're gonna have to hit edit scene. For XSplit, you're just gonna want to go to media file. Well, not media file. I lied. Other, and then it's gonna be a web page URL, and you would just paste that URL that you copied and press OK, and it pops up. It's as simple as that. And then I launched this so that I can hear it, but it still stays on the stream seamlessly, and it doesn't like create a drama for me. So I would just copy this, go to add other webpage URL, and then paste that, and it would pop up right there, so that when you test it again, it pops up. To set up your microphone and whatnot for XSplit, you're going to want to go to Tools, General, Settings, and then go to Audio and make sure that your microphone, whatever one you want, is there. Default speakers, like I said, you don't really want to play with these. You can do the mono mix. I don't really know what all that is, but I don't use it, so it would switch to whatever one you put. I would say that the pros and cons of XSplit are going to be, you know, you can do local recordings so that you can just, you know, have basically the same setup that you have for streams and record your YouTube videos, or edit. And it's also a lot, I don't know, it's more reliable. I don't drop as many frames using XSplit that I do with OBS, because OBS is a free program, so it's still got a lot of kinks, and you know, it's kind of hard to, you know, I guess stream at a good quality with it. The cons are you can't go above 720p unless you buy the program. Pros, you can stream above 30 frames per second without buying the program. It's also free. You can seamlessly add your CLR browser plugins with the noise on OBS. With XSplit it doesn't. And the cons are it doesn't let you record. It will let you record, but you can't edit it. So whatever you recorded, you would have to upload to Twitch just like that, or YouTube rather. But all in all, both services are really easy to set up. XSplit is just a simple, you know, add your username and password. OBS, you have to go through a couple steps in order to get your streams up and running on Twitch. I hope you found this video helpful, and I hope that, you know, I wasn't too confusing. I just used it because I had a lot of problems trying to set up my streams when I first started, so I just thought that maybe I would give an informative video on how to set up your own streams. My next video, I think I'm going to show how to soft mod your Wii. I would rather make a huge video with all the sources that I found useful and put them in my own perspective for somebody who is having trouble doing that, because there's not a lot of friggin' videos that you can watch. I'm gonna try to make informative videos, tutorials to help people with things that I needed help with and that I finally figured out how to do myself, and just make one huge video on what to do instead of having them run to like 20 different videos, because people are like too afraid to show that their Wii MAC address is this or that. Like, I don't even play online on my Wii, so if you're gonna DDoS me or something, good luck with that, because I'm never on there. I hope you found this informative, and I hope to see you back for the soft modding of the Wii if you're having trouble. Thanks for watching.